All right, here we have the lovely Anna. Goes by lots of different names. So I've got Anna here today because she has been an inspiration to many women and men here at the World Movement. Anna started training with us only about 2 years ago, but quickly has become a integral, strong part of the community. Part of the reason I have Anna here is because of, I think her transformation is a very inspiring one and also a very real one, because she went through a lot of struggles that people do go through when they first started a gym, in terms of the first goal was just trying to get her ass to the gym. And that was I think the first we started off with trying to get 2 sessions per week, and it was like almost harassing you sometimes when you weren't showing up. But you kept on showing up as much as you could, and then it slowly became a habit. And 2 years later, especially over the last year, you set some goals around weight loss. We might talk about that soon. But first of all, I guess what I wanted to ask you was that initial stage of coming into the gym, like how you felt about yourself and how you felt about starting at a new gym.
Yeah, it was pretty challenging for me. I was like 50 years old, hardly ever walked into a gym my whole life. I was very overweight. I was over 100 kilos. I'm not going to tell you how much I weighed back then. And it was really hard. And I remember meeting Luke and negotiating a special price. I was like, no, I'm only coming once, twice a week. That's it. And so I was pretty stubborn as well. I'm pretty fixed on my own way, which was really silly because that's what got me into the position I was in when I got here. So I couldn't do anything when I first came here. Do you remember? Couldn't squat, couldn't run.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was...
So it was pretty difficult for you to come in?
Oh yeah, it was very challenging. And a bit intimidating, like, because everyone, like Libby was here, you just met Libby in the other video, and she's so fit and strong and amazing, and you walk in and all these people are doing, amazing things, they're doing all the things. It's very, it's really tough. You sort of come in here and go, God, you'll never get there. They do like...
What was the instigator for reaching out? What was the moment when you said, okay, I need to go and do this? Like, what was it for you?
Well, I was just on a trajectory of just being unhealthy and getting fatter, and that was just my inevitable future, right? And I wanted to not do that. I wanted to be fit and strong, and I went to a lot of gyms actually. I went to a lot of gyms trying to find one that would suit me. I mean, this isn't the most convenient gym for where I live, but there was a really good community here, and I just really like the vibe here, so I just kept coming. That's what I liked about coming, the people and the community here. That's what kept me going. But yeah, I think just watching everyone do all the things, juggling, handstands, just goals, the camaraderie of getting goals, even, little things like being able to do a squat, or, everyone has their own levels, and that's the other thing that I really like here. There's everyone at different levels, and everyone's very, very supportive. So it is I just kept going because I wanted to be that. I wanted to, do all the things.
Yeah, awesome. And now, so about two years down the track, how do you feel now? Like, what's been the biggest change in yourself, mentally or physically?
I think physically, I've never looked better, to be
Damn
honest.
right.
Yeah. So it's really physically, but I feel like the physical side of it is like it's not the main reason that I go.
Yep.
It's really turned into a lifestyle thing, a mental health thing. I just think it just keeps my mind strong, my body strong, and I've got all these little goals I want to do now, which weren't even on my radar 2 years ago.
Yep.
Right? There's no way I was thinking about doing a handstand 2 years ago. Like, forget about it, let alone squatting and on the bars and chin upping, trying to chin up at the moment. It's just, it wasn't even on the radar,
Yeah.
you know.
And it wouldn't have been on the radar because health wasn't on your radar, but now you're in that environment where it's normal, right? It's normal to be aiming to be better at different things.
Yeah, it's normal, and it's normal for the community, and I love this community. Like, I think when I don't come now, I'm like, oh, I better take the dog for a run up the hill or do something, you know, because you just, I don't know, just movement is just a really healthy thing to do in life, really.
Yeah.
And I wasn't doing that before. I mean, I wouldn't even let them take before and after shots of me, so you won't see any before.
Yeah.
Right? 'Cause I remember them saying, "You want to take a photo?" I'm like, "No, I do not want to do that. Don't want to do that at all."
Do you wish you had them now or not?
Not really.
Not really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to share how much weight you've lost in the past year?
Since I've come here over the last 2 years.
Coming up to 2 years, yeah.
I can't do math. Hang on. About 26 kilos.
Yeah, 26 kilos, awesome. And
Yeah.
and it's about close to 20 in the last year.
Yeah.
So that first year, like we said, was really about finding yourself and finding your groove a little bit.
Yeah. And I often, like, sometimes I grab one of those medicine balls, the 20 kilo one, and I'm like, holy.
Crazy, hey?
Yeah, that's heavy.
And you don't know until you know, like until you go through that process.
Yeah. And like I'm 52 now, right? And I think you're supposed to go the other way, right? You know? So it's a really good feeling.
Yeah, going against the norm.
Strong. Yeah, it's cool.
So what do you wish you had have known back then that you know now? Whether it's consciously or unconsciously, or
just that, like, there is a community of people in the same space as you, and that, you know, find your tribe and have a crack, right? And just, I think the thing I really got from Luke and the coaches, Holly and all of them, is just chipping away, just incremental changes. Be gentle to yourself. Don't be crazy. You know, like just little things on the edges, and that's what I do and continue to do. You know, just nothing dramatic.
Yeah.
Just consistency. I know Luke drills and just consistency. You know, just consistency.
Yeah, I think you do that really well. Like, I don't feel like you're too much of a perfectionist. It's like, you know, 80-20 is most of the time good enough, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Chip away at it.
And just it opens up lots of doors, like in terms of energy, in terms of doing things, like started roller skating, walk up hills, go, you know, it just opens up a whole new world of activities that you can participate in confidently. Like, it's
awesome.
brilliant. So yeah, have a crack, definitely have a crack, and take your time and be gentle and kind to yourself. That's the other thing I would say.
Yeah, I love it.
And don't compare yourself to anyone. I think if you come in trying to compare yourself to anyone, it's really hard.
Yeah.
If you just come in on your own journey, and I think that is the thing that I think is really important. Don't focus on the end result. Just like get into the journey because it's fun.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
And what's your next sort of focus? So I think you're pretty much at your goal weight. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
pretty much. I'm trying to learn how to do a handstand.
Yes.
So I got off the wall the other day. So Sam got me off the wall. So I'm actually on the.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? He taught me how to land. He said to me, "Have you ever done a cartwheel?" I just like, no, actually I haven't. So he taught me how to land properly, and so now I'm practicing that out in the open. That's my goal. I'd like to be able to do a chin up.
Yeah, nice.
I can do a push up, like a proper man push up now. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I just think, I don't know, I'm going to go do yoga paddle boarding.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
So just opening up to new possibilities.
Yeah, lots of fun things.
Yeah,
I'm
cool.
Did I tell you about the roller skating?
Yeah. That's awesome.
It's pretty fun, yeah. But most of all, the community. Like, find a good community.
Yeah.
This is a good community.
Yeah.
Right? And I would say, if you reach out to anyone here, you know how they always say there's always one person?
Yeah.
It's actually not at this place. everyone's really lovely. You know what I mean? Everyone's really lovely and kind and supportive.
Yeah, well, thank you for being part of it, Anna, and yeah, thank you for sharing your story.
Yeah.
I think it'll inspire a lot of people because it's just been a really nice journey to watch of just chipping away, like you said. So thank you for sharing, and
Thanks.
onwards and upwards.